Hello people, now I will be talking about the Western Christianity in the context of the Catholics and Protestants. Now briefly I will be telling what are the main differences between the Catholics and the Protestants, then we will be moving on the Western Christianity and who are the leaders, what we could learn as a conclusion of this topic. So let me tell the differences. First, I will be telling the Catholics and the Protestants, and you could differentiate between them. First, leader in the Catholics is the Pope. It's the supreme and it's the head of the religious authority. And when it comes to the Protestants, there is no central authority. Salvation in the Catholics, the faith works the grace. Faith works, good deeds, and the grace. When it comes to Protestants, this is the faith alone, only the faith, and solid fide it's called. And the languages of the worships. Languages of the worships in the history it was Latin language. Now it's the local languages in Catholics. Since the beginning of the Protestants language was only in the local language, which and now it's my subjective opinion, which is more makes sense rather than doing preach in only the Latin languages. So next, clergy. Clergy is the male and caliphate priests, and in Catholics, in Protestants, clergy may marry, and it differs. And the origins, when it comes to the origins in the Christianity, in the Catholics, is from the 1st century of the Christianity. And when it comes to Protestants origins began in the 16th century, which is the Reformation of the Christianity. Now we will be talking about the Reformation. So we have already known what are the differences. By the way, if you are really interested in what are the types of the sacraments or the number of sacraments between the religions, between two sects, for example, first is the first is the Catholic, second is the Protestants or Orthodox, you could search on Google. It will be your support. So I'm not going to pause in each section in detail. So I will be telling you the more general, but I will be telling you the main differences. Now we will be moving on the Reformation. When the Reformation actually started, the Reformation started in the leadership of the Henry VIII in the 1533 till the not in the 1533. It actually started in the 15. Yeah, I have noted here 1528, and the 50 till and it ended in the 1534, the main Reformation period, and given by the authority of the English Parliament. So what he did actually, Henry VIII, he did the act in the restraint of appeals. What it refers to actually, it means he first wanted to annul his marriage. He wanted the annulment of his marriage, and according to the Christianity, mainly I think in the Catholics, they cannot annul the marriage. So he wanted the annulment. He didn't want the marriage to continue. His wife was Catherine of Aragon, and so in the bottom line, he didn't want the marriage to continue. So what he did is he canceled the marriage, annulled the marriage without the Pope's refusement, which refers to even though Pope didn't let Henry VIII to annul his marriage, he did so. It prohibits to appeal to the Pope in Rome, which refers to Act of the Restraint Appeals in 1533. I don't know why he wanted to annul his marriage, but the thing is, we should learn from the annulment. For example, the Henry VIII, he wanted actually annulment his marriage, right? The Catherine of the Aragon, who is the princess and at the same time the wife of the Henry VIII. But the Pope refused to grant it. We should now think about why Pope. We should critically think about why Pope didn't grant it. So, in my point of view, Pope didn't wanted to cancel the marriage, to annulment, didn't let for the divorce. Didn't let for divorce, not because he cared about the marriage. Not because he cared about maintaining how to say it, retaining the family as a whole. It is because he didn't want to, in my point of view, he didn't want to share the authority, which means if somebody comes and asks for annulment, which is prohibited in the religion, he should have been shared. He would have been shared for each person who asks to cancel religious authority or religious rule, let's say. Here is the critical way of thinking against the Pope, not against the Pope, against the heads of the authorities. Not only one religion, it can be applied almost all the religions. Who are the authors? So what we are learning from here, for three things: Henry VIII is the person who forbade any appeals to Pope and any foreign authority in both legal and religious matters. Yep. And second is, he stated the King of the England had full authority over the church in England, which we can learn from here is he marked a major step in the English Reformation, leading to the establishment of the church in England. So it says we can see the beginning of the secularism from the 16th century. In this period, we can see the examples of the secularism. What Henry VIII did is he he was the main core of the splitting, separating the religion and government. This is the main secularism which was happening in the past, in the 1529 and the 1534. His leading procedure. The Henry VIII. So this is the separation of integration between the religious and government in both legal and religious matters. So what we are learning here is the marriage annulment according to people's will, according to a person's will. Second is the reformation of the Christianity in those periods in 16th century. It's the Reformation and the secularism between the government and the religion. And if you have learned something today from the Western Christianity and the differences between the Catholics and the Protestants, I'm really grateful for that. And thanks for all, and stay tuned.